Alright, so you know how when you start a Zoom meeting or if you teach online or in Google Meets, with OBS, if you haven't started your virtual cam, a lot of times you'll end up with this screen right here, this default OBS Virtual Cam. It just means your virtual cam is not on. And then when you do turn on your virtual cam, then you can see what you're actually streaming, what you're outputting from OBS. Well, today we're going to walk through how to change and customize this image so that you can put your own logo there, or if you're like me and you teach online, you can actually put a message there to your students like, oh, my camera doesn't work, I'll be right back, please wait, or something along those lines. So what we're going to do is we need to open up our File Explorer, come down to Windows, and again, this is for how this is how you do it on a Windows, not on a Mac. I'm not sure about the steps on a Mac. They should be similar, but you'll come to, so we'll go to Windows, your C drive, you go to Program Files, then we're going to scroll down and find OBS Studio. We'll select OBS Studio, then we want to go to Data, OBS Plugins, there we go. OBS plugins, and then we're going to scroll down to this win-dshow. Win-dshow. Open that up, and in win-dshow you have these image files. It's a PNG file called Placeholder, and that is exactly what this image is. It's just a placeholder. So we're going to change that. Now I already have 3 images in here, so again, this one's the placeholder image. And then I've created one that I use with my students, my online students. So this is what it looks like. I used Pixlr online to edit this. I used the placeholder image in the background and then just added text and a Bitmoji over the top with this little white frame. And then I just have this one here that just says your logo here. And so you can change that edited logo and put it there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to rename this original placeholder, and I name it placeholder original so that I know which one it is in case I do need to change it back. And then let's do this with the your logo here. So we're going to come here, we're going to rename this to just your logo, or just a placeholder. And we'll leave that there. Now, one important thing to make note of is when you do make your image, it has to be saved as a PNG file, and it needs to be the same, have the same properties. So if we go to, well, I think if you just make it a PNG, it should be fine, because if we look, they're all different sizes. I think it's just the resolution needs to be the same, and it should be 1920 by 1080. So just make sure you double check that. Okay, so let's check with Zoom. If I come to Zoom, open it back up, go to video, it's still holding here. Well, I have to do a restart. So I'm going to restart my computer, and then I'll come back and show you right where we are. We're back. So now that we've rebooted, we can check with Zoom, and that's just the easiest way for me to pull it up. So we'll come back into our video settings and look, and there is that your logo here image that we set to be our placeholder. And so that's it. That's all you have to do. It does require a restart. And one thing to note is that if you update or have to uninstall and reinstall your OBS, you'll have to go back and do this process again. But luckily, it's not a difficult process. And I would just save your images, maybe have another copy somewhere else on your computer, so that if you do run into that issue where it updates and maybe deletes out your placeholder image, you have somewhere where you can drag it back from. So just to recap, to go back, so we go, again, we start at Windows. So open Windows, you go to Program Files, scroll down until you find OBS Studio, go to Data, OBS Plugins, and then scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's the win-dshow, and then you just change and edit your placeholder image there. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below, and I'll put the file pathway down in the description just so y'all can see it a little bit easier. All right, thank you. Have a good one. And OBS Studio again. Nope, that's not right. Let's back it up, back it up, back it up. Hold on. Where are we at? Scratch. Go back. Plugins. No. Oh, come on. I just had you. OBS Studio. Data.